This camera will be an heirloom in my family. This is a camera that I could see staying in my life for many, many years to come. To me, it's a sentimental device because I have this history attached to it from when I was on a trip and saw one in a camera store. And when you're abroad, your experiences are kind of heightened a little bit. When I first got to hold that camera, it really left an impression on me. I like the thought that passing this camera down in the future, I can recall the story of picking it up on a work trip while I was in Indianapolis, and just this camera that has gone to different countries with me. It's my go-to 35mm film camera. And I just like the idea of an object like this that can have all of these memories and stories attached to it, kind of getting passed on into the future. I ended up buying my Leica M6 back in 2016 for about $1,300. I actually ended up buying two M6s because I wasn't quite sure which color I liked more. I ended up keeping the silver in the end, but to me it just felt a little bit more special. So I ended up selling my black M6, which I also got for $1,300. I very much regret doing that. The Leica M6 is a 35mm manual focus rangefinder. It was released in 1984 and continued production until 2002. And it's one of the most legendary cameras ever made. The Leica M6 is a very basic camera. It has a shutter speed dial, a film advance, an ISO selector, and that's about it. There is definitely something to be said about a camera that is so basic that it just gets out of your way and lets you focus on making images. With a camera like this, you can really only focus on actually making the exposure, and you don't have to deal with any other distractions. One of the biggest features of the M6 is that it does have a built-in meter. The Leica M6 is a fully mechanical camera. That means if the battery dies, the camera will still function at all shutter speeds. The only thing that doesn't work is the exposure meter. That's a really huge benefit to this camera because it will still function even without a battery. So my Leica M6 has the 0.72 magnification viewfinder. This is the one that you're going to want to get if you primarily shoot 35mm. There's also the 0.85, and that's what you would want if you tend to shoot more 50mm. So if you shoot on a 50 on the 0.72, you end up seeing smaller frame lines. M-mount lenses are some of the smallest lenses you can buy, and to me, that's absolutely amazing. I love to have a very small and light camera, and some of the M-mount lenses are just insanely small compared to any other full-frame lenses. The designs are very compact, often very simple, and just make for a very compact lens that still performs amazingly well and has a lot of character.
GxAce 需要您的支持，才能继续制作这些视频。当前的世界状况使人类和机器的生活变得艰难。众所周知，在20年代初的全球芯片危机之后，人类面临着迄今为止最严峻的挑战。在您通过 Patreon 持续支持的情况下 ，GxAce 将能够远离公司系统，并投入更多时间制作您喜爱的内容。顾客将可以访问独家幕后上传、现场直播、秘密的地下 Discord 服务器。每季的演职表中将有您的名字，您也将在每季度收到摄影作品的打印版本。谢谢大家，并在外面保持安全。
Leica M6 is perfectly suited to street photography. It's extremely discreet, it's small, it doesn't scream in your face. I have a huge professional camera. The cloth shutter is very, very quiet, and you can get away with hand holding at very low shutter speeds, since it really doesn't have much vibration when you take a photo. It has a very satisfying shutter sound and advanced mechanism that just makes this camera really enjoyable to use. The thing I like most about rangefinders is they're so much smaller than other cameras. They're a lot more unassuming looking, and they're generally just super well suited to the type of photography that I like. People these days seem very adverse to editing film photos. To me, that doesn't make any sense at all. Why would you not edit film photos? You get a lot of latitude if you scan your own film in, and you can really do a lot and push the photos quite a bit. If you're interested in getting looks similar to mine, you can pick up one of my Lightroom preset packs. I just released a 4th preset pack called Liminal Space. You can pick up that one and all the others over at GxAce.com/shop. I think there's something to be said about appreciating a camera for its aesthetics as well as its utility. I really don't like the argument that a camera is just a tool as a way for people to say that it doesn't matter what a camera looks like. I would much rather use a very nice tool, a super well-made analog set of calipers, a really well-designed micrometer can look beautiful, and a beautiful tool makes you want to pick it up and use it. I think cameras are no different. I would much rather have a beautiful, well-made, well-crafted camera to walk around and take pictures. The object itself can inspire you to go use it. If I like the thing because of how it looks and how it works, I will want to pick it up and use it and play with it. To dismiss the aesthetics of the object, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I think there's something to be said about that in improving your photography. If you like the camera, if you like the object, the aesthetics of the object, then you're gonna want to see it, use it, hold it, take it with you. I don't care about fashion. Leica is very much a fashion accessory these days. I could care less about the fashion. I just like physically how it looks, the lines, the shape. I could care less what other people think of it. To me, it makes me want to use it, to go out and make images. The object itself inspires me. The Leica M6 will be an heirloom in my family. It's a camera that's been with me all over the world. I picked it up on a work trip in Indianapolis, and there's a lot of memories associated with it. It's a camera that's built to last and stand the test of time.
Clocks are precious cause we often go unconscious, and we want to see the morning sky break out from